So I personally did not think I would be making a video like this ever again because it's so far into the Black Ops 6 life cycle. I would have thought that Activision and Treyarch would have had their shit together by now. But no, that's absolutely not the case at all, because I think they absolutely dropped the worst update of all time. And it is season 4 already. 4. They had 4 seasons to get it right, and this is the worst one. How does that make any sense? It's like they're literally going back in time. I have a theory that they're actually just fucking with us, and they're doing this on purpose just to torment all of us and just to see us all suffer. Because what other excuse is there besides that? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it seem like that? Like, with all the shit that's going on, it's like there's no way that this much bad stuff happens all of the time, and there's not someone sitting over there at the Activision billion-dollar table just like Evo laughing, Evo Rich laughing like ha 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 ha. That, bro, it literally has to be that, bro, because it just doesn't make any sense at all. I'm gonna start off with the good stuff. The good thing that they finally removed, it took them a whole year to finally do, is they remove flashbang. Why did it take them so long? Why wait until champs is just around the corner? I have no idea at all. It was probably just the easy click and remove feature, but for some reason they just wanted the skill gap to be even lower, and for noobs and people that are shitters to use flashbangs all the time. They finally removed the C9 too. The C9 up close, you get absolutely deleted by that. It was like, it felt like a 3-bullet gun, and it just shot very, very fast. So that's a good thing that they did. And they're adding 2 new guns, but obviously they're not gonna mess up on the new guns being added because they want people to buy the stuff. They want to get their money, you know what I'm saying? If you're new to Call of Duty, which I'm sure a lot of you aren't, but this is for the new people, you do get set back. If you're Crimson, Iridescent, Top 250, or even Diamond, you get set back to Diamond. If you're Plat, Gold, I think you get set back to Gold if I'm not mistaken. And if you're Silver and Bronze, I don't even think you play the game that much. I don't think it's possible for you to be stuck in Silver and Bronze. But anyways, so one of the big problems right now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are realizing, is the FPS. There's like this FPS bug, frames per second bug. It's just making your FPS seem really, really choppy and really, really low. Like, my PC's personally messed up, so my frames drop either way. So imagine on this update, I'm on like 2 frames and I'm just skipping around the map, moving in slow-mo. Like, I'm literally glitching around the map, and it makes no sense. So this update is even worse for that. But that's not the only thing. Okay, there's usually stuff like that that happens every single update that's like easily fixable, you know? It's like a minor bug. I expect things like that because Call of Duty has a track record of messing up things like that in certain updates. You know, it's like a wrong code or something. So that's not even the worst thing this time. And I don't know if they purposely did this, or I don't know if it was a mess up or what, but for some reason they threw some random ass maps and modes into rank play. They added back Protocol Hardpoint. They added Barrage Control. So it seems like that this was an update that they meant to release 2 seasons ago, and they barely released it today. And it doesn't make any sense because Protocol Hardpoint, Barrage Control, all these other maps, they aren't in the pro map pool. They're supposed to be closely following the pro rule set. So this just makes no sense at all. They haven't addressed anything about all the mess ups. So that's kind of telling me that they meant to do this and they're just trying to have us deal with it. And because I feel like if they messed up, they would have came out and said it right away, like, we're issuing a fix to rank play multiplayer due to this, this, and this. They haven't said jack shit. You know what they have said something about? Warzone. They're fixing Warzone because Warzone is their baby, and that's all they seem to care about in this game. I promise you, I feel like they could just let multiplayer die and they would be perfectly fine. They probably want multiplayer to die. That's why they're doing all this shit to torment us, because multiplayer, rank play is a small portion of the game and of the community that they could give 2 fucks about because they have to fund it, and they're basically losing money off it in their opinion. And if you guys didn't know, you could live ping your enemies, right? But they took that away because that's cheese. You can't do that in the pro league. When you live ping your enemies, the live ping follows them for a while, and you can literally see them through walls, and it's like you have wall hacks at that point. But they took it away, and now all of a sudden it's back. How does that make sense? Like, that's why I keep saying it seems like an update they released a long time ago, and they accidentally clicked on this file and they released it for season 4, but they're not saying anything. Imagine loading into the game and somehow you get away player life and you just somehow get pinged and the guy sees you through 70 fucking walls, right, and knows exactly where you're at, you're gonna think he's cheating no matter what. But in reality, he just pinged you. Now it's like he got a 24/7 UAV, and it's the dumbest shit ever, bro. It takes away all skill. So in the beginning of the game, not even the beginning of the game because it didn't work, but they had the forfeit feature, right? Like you could forfeit a game if your whole team agrees on it. I think CS:GO has it, Valorant has it, a lot of games have it. If you're just getting absolutely shit on, you're playing hackers, or one of your teammates lag out, you have the option to forfeit if all of your teammates agree upon it. They totally took that out. And it's like, what's the point of adding it if you're gonna take it out? And the new rejoin feature that they added, so like if you lag out of a game, if you get kicked out of a game, you can instantly load the game back up, and you have the option to rejoin the game you're just in. And I feel like that it was probably the best feature they added into Black Ops 6, because everybody knows that you lag out of the game a lot, your game crashes a lot, you might just get randomly kicked or whatever, and you might lose SR for no reason. So that was preventing for you screwing over your whole team whatsoever. And I've used it a few times because I've gotten kicked, trust, and it's worked wonders. But the fact that they removed that too is absolutely insane. But you know what they aren't removing is they aren't removing the hackers, which the one thing they did need to remove. The hackers are still roaming around, the hackers are doing the thing. I feel like at the beginning of every season, that's when the hackers are the worst, because they all get reset back to their original ranks too, and they're just running over everybody that also got reset. So right now it's like doomsday, bro. That's why I try not to play the first few days of the season, because I try to let all the hackers and everybody get to the higher ranks before I start the grind myself, because I'm not about to put myself through mental hell, and I'm not about to play 20 hackers in a row every game, because I will lose my shit, bro. If I lose like normal games to normal people, okay, whatever. But if I'm losing to hackers multiple games in a row, it just gets mentally draining, and it's just not worth it at that point. And also, the famous theater mode, which wasn't working all that great before, is broken again, bro. Like, I genuinely don't understand if they just picked a faulty file or what the fuck they did. But because everything is broken literally besides the store. The store is never going to be broken. I feel like they have a whole team working on the store 24/7. They have a dedicated team working on the store 24/7, because that's how they make their money all the time. If you guys notice, that shit is never broken throughout any single game. Everything else in the world could be broken, laggy, faulty, just all of the above. But the store, it's gonna be the only thing that ever works, because they work so hard on the store, because they like to take everyone's money from that type of stuff. But everything else, it's like they're just like, I don't give a fuck. You guys can handle that. They're telling their employees like, hey, nah, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go work on the skins, just go work on the guns, the calling cards, all that. But the rank play, they can deal with it. They can deal with all these problems for another week or so. And I'm just like, brother, am I the only one that just makes it more demotivating to play? Like, you don't want to like grind as much anymore when all these problems are going on? Because you would have high hopes towards the end of the season, right? But it's just not working out, bro. I genuinely don't know why they cannot get their shit together. This gives me no hope for the next game too, because if they care this little, and it seems like they're caring less and less every single year. So imagine the next game, it's like they're really trying to run this game into the floor, and it really sucks, because a lot of us do really enjoy Call of Duty. But like, I don't even know what to say anymore. But that was just a little rant of what was going on in today's update. If you guys are experiencing the same problems, let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. And I still am on the grind, so I appreciate you guys a lot. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.